Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Eric Brown, your host and Beverly Hills Realtor, sharing with you the best of LA, where we go over really cool local businesses that are here for you and the community. And so I've got a really interesting treat today. A friend of mine, Brandon Kuhn of Something Fishy, is going to tell us a bit about his business. Now, it's unique compared to maybe a traditional brick and mortar that you might see in Beverly Hills or LA. So, Brandon, I'm just going to let you take it away and talk a little bit about your business.
All right, I appreciate you, Eric. Thank you much for this opportunity. I go fishing all the time, and during COVID, I really didn't know what to do with myself, so I went fishing even more. And the one problem that I had every time I got off the boat was my hands stank like fish, um, and it was just very unappealing to me. So I end up thinking about how I could solve that problem, and Something Fishy is born. I don't know if you could see that or not.
Yeah, it pops up.
Um, but yeah, these are my 2 cents. So this one is my tropical, this one is my citrus, and you literally just spray it on, rub it dry, and it gets rid of any unwanted scent. Like I said, I invented it for fishing, but it works on anything, literally. Onions, peppers, garlic, any oils, greases, WD-40. Even if something just smells bad, it works on that too. So not just the skin, literally rooms, air fresheners, vehicles, cat box, bathrooms, kitchen counters. It'll even clean your kitchen counters. So I spray down my flayed table, knives, cutting boards, stuff like that, and it literally, it's a miracle mist for me. So therefore, I name my company Miracle Mist.
Oh,
Um,
that's awesome. I love
um,
that. Well, obviously, as a fisherman, I can understand the genesis of the idea, what brought this. But you and I haven't talked about this before. Are you naturally an inventor, a tinkerer, an engineer of ideas?
Um, I'm just a creative. I'm a photographer by trade, and I owned a travel agency before COVID. And when I was doing all my travels, I noticed that I would have to walk around with hand sanitizer because I touch everything, or you go to a place and it kind of smells a little funky, or whatever it might be. And I was always going, man, it would be nice if there was something like this product that was actually out there. I'm a problem solver, so I found a way to solve it, and this one's all natural, and it's a natural antimicrobial spray on top of that.
So that's in fact, you took the words out of my mouth. I'm always curious, especially with a product like mine is a service-based business. But as a product, you've got a series of features of the product, but then you've also got the benefits. So like I no longer have stinky hands, and like you said, antimicrobial. So as you were creating the product, like what thoughts went into it, trials and errors that you had? What are some of the things that maybe your spray offers that other competitors do not? I'm just curious as to how you thought through it and what you inevitably came up with.
Well, it took me quite a while since this is my first product that I brought from an idea to tangible. So I did my own R&D, and hey, what better way to write off fishing trips, right? So I was just thinking about all the different possibilities and the different things that we run into with issues on the boat. Whether you get a scrape, scratch, bruise, you get poked by uh, get poked by a spine from one of the fish or something, and you don't want to get it infected. Unless you bring your own stuff, it's you could ask the captain or one of the deckhands for something like that, but it's easier just to pull it out of your pocket and spray it on, and hey, I know that I'm covered, and it's an antimicrobial spray, so it doesn't get infected. I've actually used it for that a couple times, dealing with poisonous fish, and it worked. Also, like people that smoke on the boat, natural. Uh, hey, can we redo this one?
Yeah, sure. So just take it up since my question was a little longer and articulate. Just pick up from where I left off. And the
Yeah.
question was, features and benefits, what makes you different than competitors, etc.
Okay. So because this is an antimicrobial spray as well as just removes any unwanted odors, um, I end up using it as a spray to get rid of any scrapes, scratches, bruises, cuts that I might get out in the field if I'm backpacking through, and trying to find a lake or a stream, or if I'm on the boat and I get tagged by a spine of a fish or some sort, or get a scrape on the boat, getting infections out there, if, especially when I'm out there for a day and a half, 2 days at a time, it can actually stop you and cause serious issues. So, this is just one of the many things that I use it for. Literally, there's 30 guys on the boat. So it smells like a man cave down there when we're sleeping. So I end up using it as a room freshener, air freshener. It literally works for everything. Like I said, it's all natural. I haven't really come across any products like mine. There are a couple of products out there, like a steel soap bar that you could use to get rid of scents or whatever, but good luck spraying that in your boots or your fishing boots or work boots or something like that, and spraying it in your vehicle, your bathroom, and try to get rid of the smell with that. It just won't happen. Uh,
Uh,
and, and plus, you don't need any water for mine. So literally, you just spray it on and rub it dry, and it's gone. It smells great.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
and like I said, I don't have any alcohol in this. I haven't had the need for an alcohol-based hand sanitizer in over a year. Just from everything that I put in it, it's all natural, and I've thought the process of how I could stack things on stack things and stack things to make it all work. So I figure if one thing gets rid of any odors and has antimicrobial or antibacterial purposes, what about 10 things? Overkill is never a bad thing with this stuff, as long as you can get it to, work with the skin properly. So, and that's exactly what I did. Everyone seems to like it. I haven't had any problems with it. I've done 3 trade shows so far. I have a patent pending, and it's someone even to try to buy me out at my 3rd trade show. So,
That's awesome. And as an entrepreneur myself, I'm always thinking of all of the different uses for it. So not only as you're an angler, but also someone that's looking for hand sanitizing, as you mentioned in the photography business, or in anything where you're touching and feeling. But also, like for me, it could be client gifts to that fisherman or fisher person that's looking to, go out on their next great adventure. I'm sure there's multiple uses that you've kind of discovered. And it leads to a good question of, as you were going through the process of invention, and now that you're out there sharing your product with the world, what are some of the things that you have learned that maybe you didn't expect, like trends or questions or ideas that have popped up?
the main thing is, will it work for something else? Like literally, I get tons of questions and emails, phone calls, texts, messages on my Instagram. Hey, will it? I know you invented it for fishing. Will it work for, say, in the kitchen? I'm a chef. Will it? Will it? Will it get rid of, like, when I peel shrimp, or when I cut up onions and garlic and peppers, and or is barbecue guys, stuff like that. And yes, the answer is yes. It gets rid of anything. You, like, literally just sprayed on a couple sprays goes a long way. And I have plumbers that use it. I have construction guys that use it. I have actually real estate guys that use it. I'm trying to get it in the cruise lines. Literally, this thing works for anything. Like, whatever you think can smell. In fact, I just had somebody got their boots sprayed by a skunk the other day, and he asked if it would work on that. And I said, hey, why don't you give it a shot and let me know? And he came back to me about a week later and said it actually did work. It took a day or two and a couple sprays, but yeah, it did work. So hey, if you're ever trying to get rid of that skunk smell, or if you're a smoker, a ton of people ask me, hey, will it mask cigarettes or any other smokables? And I said, no, it won't mask them. This is not your product. This will actually remove the smell straight up from your skin. So if you're trying to mask it, this isn't your product. But if you're trying to actually remove the smell on a microbial level, or a molecular level, it will actually work. So
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
the benefits alone sound great. The fact that it is so multi-purpose, I love it. So we're going to pop up all of your contact information on the screen. So in case people have questions, just like you had mentioned, they want to be able to purchase the product, we'll post that here. Where best do you like people to be able to get in touch with
Probably my Instagram would be the easiest way. Just send me a direct message. I'm a human. I'm not a corporation, so I will answer you. It's not going to be like, hey, we'll get back to you when we can, or thank you for your message. It'll literally be me texting you or typing you. You feel free to send me a message on my website as well, or you can find me at the next trade show. I'm all over California. I'm all over the United States. I have quite a few big trade shows coming up, and it's not stopping. It's only getting bigger. Plus, check out this cool shirt I got here. I got
you?
I had too many people asking me, "Hey, do you have shirts?" I'm like, "I invented a spray. Like, now you want a shirt? Okay, here's a shirt." So now I have 5 or 6 different designs that I usually sell at trade shows only. But if you see something that you like in any of my posts, let me know, and I'll try to make it work out for you. I'm all about that Nordstrom's VIP customer service.
I love it. I love it. Well, as mentioned, we're going to pop up all of Brandon's contact information here so you can find posts on social, you can see his website, etc. Brandon, any parting words that you want to share with the viewers?
I really appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch this, and you as well, Eric, for shooting this video. And just as a thank you to all of you, if any of you do want any products, I'm more than happy to give you guys a 10% off just for finding me through this video. Just mention it. Hey, you saw me through Eric's interview video, and I'll be more than happy to give you 10% off as a thank you.
Awesome. That's great. Well, as always, everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is the best of LA. I'm your host, Eric Brown, a Beverly Hills real estate agent, sharing with you cool businesses like Brandon's here in the Beverly Hills and Los Angeles area. Until the next time, this is Eric Brown and Brandon and something fishy signing off.